first verse of Surah Fatiha, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, in the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. This is how it's translated. But let's go a little bit more detail. What's the meaning of it? We are told, and this is a sunnah of the Prophet, that whenever we start some good work, some good thing we want to do, or whatever our daily lives are, we should always use the word Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We should always use this verse. And what's the reason? So we need to understand this verse to understand why the Prophet is telling us that whenever you start a work, either you start eating, or you drink water, or you entered your house, or you went somewhere, just say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Why? So in that verse, Allah is saying, in the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. So here Allah is introducing His name. Allah is a word in Arabic, and if you go through linguistic history, this word has never been used for anyone except Allah. And Allah described Himself in Quran by this word, Allah. And it's unique to Allah. There are other attributes, there are other names of Allah, there are about 99 or more, where it describes some attributes, some capabilities of Allah. But this word, it's so unique. It's not describing, it's just telling, this is my name, this is unique to Allah. So Allah is using this verse here, that whenever you start something, start in the name of Allah, begin in the name of Allah, and then He describes. There are so many attributes that Allah could have used over here. He could have used, there are about 99 or more. But why is that Allah used these two verses? Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. He could have used other verses, other attributes, but He chose to use this verse. Why? So Ar-Rahman comes from Rahmah, meaning mercy. And then Ar-Rahim is more extended of that mercy. So what the hadith says, that Rahman relates to all the mercy that Allah is showing in this world to all the people. And Rahim is only dedicated, is only restricted to those people who are the believers. There's another scholars which have said that Rahman is for this world, and when you reach the next world, the Judgment Day, and that day when you will be able to give account of your life, at that time Allah will show mercy to you. That's Rahim. Because remember, at that time you have no other choice. You have no other way. If Allah holds you accountable for something, you have nothing to save yourself from. And at that time, Allah shows mercy. That is Rahim. And one of the other scholars said that there are so many attributes of Allah, but this world is so limited that people cannot see that attribute of Allah. They can feel it, but they cannot really see truly within that attribute. It is only in the Judgment Day when Allah will truly, purely will show His attributes. All His attribute will be shown to all the people. So here Allah is talking about in the name of Allah, the Merciful, the Compassionate. And when we recite the Quran, we always accept Surah Tawbah. All surahs have to be started by this verse. My time is how many minutes? Okay, so we'll just cover the next verse, and inshallah we'll end. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Praise be to Allah, the Lord of the entire universe. Alhamdulillah. some of the translations that I've made, this is unique to this translation, where it says, praise be to Allah. But this does not give the true meaning of this verse. Alhamdulillah means that there is no praise to anyone except Allah for anything in this world. If you see a beautiful thing in this world, if you see a beautiful person, if you see a beautiful nature, behind it is Allah who created it. So the praise goes to the Creator. It cannot go to that person or that unique or that thing in nature. So Alhamdulillah means that you need to give praise. You need to recognize that, absorb it, that all the praise, all the qualities, all the good things that you see in this world, the whole praise, the whole benefit, the whole credit goes to the Creator. That's one part of it. What's the other part? The other part is the humans that you deal with, they cannot ascribe this word alhamd to them. Why? Because all of us have problems. All of us have shortcomings. We have problems in our life. We have shortcomings in our life. And the only perfect is Allah, not any humans. So because of this, when you use this word Alhamdulillah, this is what one of the second meaning that you're giving, prescribing to Allah. The other piece, the other part of the verse is Lord of the entire universe, Rabbil Alameen. So the one part, Hidayah, or one meaning that gives us in this verse is there's not one universe in this world. There are more than that. The one that we are living here is not the only one. There are more. But the Lord of all the universe, and when you say Rabb does not mean only Lord. It has more meanings in that. It's a being that is not only controlling the world, not only ruling the world, but the whole world depends on it for its survival. If Allah takes away His protection to this world will dysfunction. There will be a chaos in this world. When you see the sun goes on the solar system, when you see the moon, everything is coming in a perfect order. There's a being, Allah, who's controlling it. If that force takes away that protection, nothing will fall on its place. So Rabbul Alameen, that's the meaning of the second meaning within this verse. So inshallah today we'll just focus in these two. I covered it. We gave you the handouts in it. And inshallah, I hope that you go and read. And then if you have any questions, I think we will forward through emails, and then we can respond on it. And then later on, the other verses of the surah, we'll cover it in the next session, next month, inshallah. Sadaqallahu al-Azim.